Hi, welcome to WeSeeDC. I'm Mason Rothman.
And I'm Adam Simmons.
WeSeeDC is a weekly technology podcast with a focus on the DC Metro area. This week we're coming to you from Reston.
Yes, Reston.
Yeah.
We're at the tasting.
The tasting room in Reston, which is a wine bar. And Adam's having some champagne, and I'm having some Sauvignon Merlot that's really, really tasty. I'm on my second glass.
And I'm already half drunk on my first glass.
Yes. Lightweight. And this week we're going to talk to you about the release yesterday of the new iPhone 4.
Yeah, you know what? Go Apple fans.
Go Apple fans, that's right. Well, we only release one phone a year, so it's a big deal for us.
Yeah, look how many Android phones come out. I've been excited every 2 months.
Every 2 months, yep. But you always have the outdated one every 2 months. You know, it's like, oh man, I wish with Apple folks. We won't pick too much more on
This means I have more to be excited about when my contract ends.
That's true. As variety's the spice of life, and you have the spice, definitely.
Absolutely. So,
yes.
what are these new features in the new Apple
So
phone?
Steve Jobs got up and gave the keynote yesterday, and there's some big key features. The biggest one for me, not probably for everyone, but for me, is the HD video recording in 720p.
720. So we finally, you all finally have HD on your little phones.
Finally got HD on our phones, and it's going to be, you know what?
That's the only other one I know that's out there. There's a Windows mobile phone out. It has a slightly larger screen that actually has HD on it too. I forgot what it's called, but I think that's the only one out there that has actually HD screen resolution. It plays movies on it.
The big thing about this, with the market share that the iPhone takes up, YouTube's already huge. Mm-hmm. This is going back to Google. YouTube is already huge, but it's mostly just your standard definition webcam shots, etc. With all these people having 720p camera capability now, and I know in my 3GS it's built in auto upload to YouTube once you're done shooting a video. Not only are they giving you 720p video recording, they're also giving you a portable version of iMovie, so you can do edits, intros, fade-ins, fade-outs, and a lot of cool movie transitions as well. I think it's going to be a $5 or $10 app, something along those lines.
Okay.
That's a cool one. Another one.
So the screen resolution, right? I heard that's supposed to be pretty cool too.
Yep.
Along with the HD part of that screen, I suppose it's a new type of. They're using DLP LED technology as opposed to the older LCD. At least as far as what I know about it. I'm still trying to find some more information on it, but it seems like it's pretty interesting, something new and revolutionary, at least for phones. Ever increasing the detail you see on your screen, making apps a lot more impressive as far as how they look and the aesthetics. So. And
I'm glad that they increased the resolution, but what I was a little disappointed, and this is where Android, some of the Incredible and a couple others, the OLED screen. That's what I was really hoping for, because that's the technology of the future for screen displays. But maybe just Apple wasn't ready for that, or they were just being cheap. Who knows?
So what's the next thing on the list here? So apparently one of the biggest things that's infuriated Apple users since the iPhone's come out is the ability not being able to multitask.
Multitasking finally coming in iPhone OS 4. And it'll also be in at the late summer for the iPad as well, and for the OS for that. So we'll have multitasking on the.
Look who finally sold out and got an iPad.
We'll talk about that at a later time, though.
Okay.
But I did get an iPad when I was out on a business trip to Denver recently.
Hey,
so.
Look, still holding out for the Google tablet here.
That's right. He's still holding out, and
we'll see how that goes.
So multitasking is going to be huge for us. Imagine having Skype running in the background and whatever else. Pandora while you're browsing the web, while you're doing whatever. I mean, it's about damn time, to be honest with you. And I think that Apple might have lost a few people because of that, and that switched over to Android because of the multitasking features.
I still think they haven't quite said how far it can go with their multitasking, because one of the bigger problems with the earlier versions of Android is you couldn't multitask with a lot of things. Like you do a certain amount of apps.
Their lead iPhone guy yesterday in the keynote said every app That's what his
They
promise
can use
was.
every app at the same time?
Well, every app can be background tested. Now, I don't know how many...
Well, I'm trying to say, like, how many can you do at the same time?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, it's got the A4 processor
like
in it.
1.6, I don't like to go... Android 1.6, I don't like to go over maybe 4 apps at the same time.
Okay, okay.
But I know 2.2, man, it has some impressive capabilities on how much it can do. You know, it can do... fulfill your needs in Android 2.2 pretty well. And
it's going to have the A4 processor in it, so that'll be a real true test of it. But that's the same processor that's in the iPad.
And that's no secret for your guys that who's the ones that exposed the iPhone?
Gizmodo guys. Yeah.
Right.
And did you hear they were banned from the conference yesterday?
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. And of course, they're trying to catch up as far as aftermath posts.
Sure.
So, what's the next thing here? How about
video conferencing?
Yes, I think it's going to be a big deal.
Bad for
video. I think it's going to be
mark my words,
on
folks.
both sides of the iPhone.
And that's how Adam likes it on both sides.
No comment. No, just
I'm
kidding.
sorry,
Absolutely
I'm just joking around.
You know, don't
I like
play
to give
your
him a hard
fantasies
time.
up on me. Secret life of Mason Rossman here.
It's the secret life. Who knows?
Anyway.
But video conferencing,
so,
it will be big.
Yeah, well, the idea here, too, is they even said this while they're giving a video. So while you're recording a video or conferencing, the idea is you can kind of split screen it, and so your person on the other side can see what you're seeing, but at the same time see you, too. So it's kind of like a split screen view, like, get the environment, but also you can record in that manner, too.
Yeah. The downside to it is no 3G, only Wi-Fi for the video conferencing, which is... You're going to have to be at home, or you're going to be at McDonald's or Starbucks or somewhere to do the video conferencing. Yep. So it's not so much like on the go, driving around and going from there. The waitress just asked if I wanted another, and I think Adam as well. I think she just asked, and I gave the thumbs up. So Adam, prepared to drink some more.
Oh boy.
So we'll go on to the next thing after video conferencing, which is the hard drive sizes.
You know what? You can speak on that one. I'm not an iPhone user.
I'm
so
currently
I don't know
a 3GS user, and the options were 16 and 32, and they didn't change it. Here we are. We're adding video, HD video recording, and the apps are just getting more and more robust and larger in size. And they're giving us only 32 freaking gigs. I mean, they put 64 in the iPad. Some of you couldn't put 64. It's just flash memory.
Yeah, and then especially with the limitations now that
that's them being cheap.
AT&T is putting on with your data plan.
That's them being cheap, and we can talk on the AT&T video thing or AT&T data thing at a later time if you want to.
But I think that's a big restriction on, especially the new capabilities that the iPhone.
Okay, so let's tap AT&T just a little bit. So AT&T came out with an announcement last week that if you buy a new plan,
I think it was the day of the conference.
The day of the well, they announced it last week.
Yeah. Or right before, or something like that.
It was last week, and they said as of the 7th, the date of the release of the new iPhone, there's no more unlimited data. The highest you can get for $25 is the 2 gigs a month, and for 200 megs a month, it's $15. My friend, they're lucky that the 3G is not doing the video conferencing, because video conferencing that would eat up so much bandwidth. And I think what they're really doing is they're going after the few users.
But even if you don't do video conferences specifically, once again, because you have these new video recording capabilities, that's what's really going to catch them. I think AT&T is either planning for that, to try and get more money, or they're really trying to eliminate those high bandwidth users to save their money on networks.
Mark, my friends, I'm a legacy iPhone user, and I've got the unlimited $30 a month plan. I am not changing. I'm still staying with the $30 a month. And I also have a jailbroke iPhone.
Well,
Please
I'm not
don't
sure you're
hunt
going
me
to have
down.
a choice if your contract ends.
Well, no. If you bought before the 7th, they had a thing where they said if you bought before the 7th, that you could be grandfathered in and you could keep that plan for as long as you want to keep that plan. So I'm one of the legacy users, and there's no way in hell I'm giving that up.
I think somehow they're going to try and find a way for you to.
Potential lawsuit. Who knows? Potential lawsuit by a massive group of customers. Who knows? But
either way, are you going to buy it? When are you going to get the 4G?
Okay, so I'm not actually eligible because I did the star 369 pound call, and that's your upgrade options. And it says I'm not available to upgrade until to the iPhone 4G until February of next year.
Oh, sucks for you.
But I'm going to try to get my wife to upgrade, and then maybe give her my old 3GS. But
right on.
Honey, don't watch this.
Okay, well, that's all we have on the
iPhone
4G. Hope you
Not
enjoyed
4G, fourth generation, but
Fourth
iPhone
generation.
4 is what Steve Jobs
That's
called it.
going to be on the 4G network.
Well, eventually it will be on LTE 4G, yep.
But I'm Adam Simmons.
And I'm Mason Rothman.
And this has been another episode of WeSeeDC.
Thanks for joining us.